List of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Runs in the pass to Hart. Prez with the ball. The three. Hits it from three-point range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Back to George. Macy a screen on Brunson. And Adebayo sends it back.
Are we sure that Bam's not wearing a watch out there? Perfect timing.
Webb can't hit.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track. D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Raptors trail by 12. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. The Heat making a switch here. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. Number 1, the Heat.
Well, lately their offense has been completely in sync. Guys are accepting their roles and playing unselfish basketball. That's helped them hit a high percentage of those opportunities.
Anunoby passes to Munoz. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, George. Miami grabs the miss. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Yeah, and talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
And the Raptors miss again.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Here's Prez. And the Heat, another 3.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting. And tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
And so it's the Miami Heat holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
On the floor for Miami, we've got Jalen Brunson. Thomas is out there with Jalen Williams. Then it's Daniels, and it's Prez in at the 2. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Prez in the last matchup against the 76ers played some superb basketball. He had 56 points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. He really worked hard in that game and put up some big numbers as a result. Guys, back to you.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Hits the three-point bomb.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive abilities. And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Dick can't get it to go.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Prez. And again for 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Brunson against Snow. There's a screen. Shoots over Brunson. And again, no good by Toronto.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Snow against Brunson. Here's Snow. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And here are the Heat now. They're on a 17-4 run right now. Here's Prez. And the Heat, another three.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Toronto shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Pass to Dick. Here's Snow. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
And there's the drive, and that one is stuffed right through.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Now here's Prez. He's tightly guarded and finished off by Prez.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. There's the three. It's rebounded by Snow.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 27 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Now here's Prez. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Here's Snow. Last game we saw him score 14. Misses from short range. And so it's the Miami Heat going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this.
You take a look at the Heat, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the
And switching gears now to that first half. What a difficult start for the Toronto Raptors. Thanks for joining us. Now let's
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Prez in this game, he's been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
We've got Webb, also George out there. Brady Dick is out there with Macy, and it's Jovic in a power forward. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. With the shot, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard.
thus far.
Here's Prez. The three-pointer is right on target. Prez has got 59 points.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're gonna grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
George passes to Dick. Shoots over Hawkins. And nothing is falling for him right now.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Took him no time at all on that one. Dick's got 5.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Prez with the bucket.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Here's Macy. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Raptors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Second free throw, no good.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
Well, you know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Prez with the bucket.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
George looking around, and he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 5 points so far.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Prez, guarded by Webb. Here's Prez, and the Heat get another bucket right there. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Macy. To the right side. They set the screen. And the basket by Webb.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Prez. Guarded closer. No good with the layup. George with the ball. Brunson picks him up. The offensive rebound. Here's Macy. Can't cash in from close range.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Pass to Webb. Back to George. The 3. Jalen Brunson grabs the miss. Miami's gotten all 4 of their three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Hart with a screen on Webb.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. And here's George. He's got 5. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. George has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And so it's Miami with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious.